Should I, like, have shaved and just left the stash? I don't know. Oh, it's going into something. I'm doing all my social media. It's like waiting on me to play. It's like, dude, come on. Alright. Now, theoretically, I gotta go in here and tell it. I did before, and hopefully it still has set it. Because theoretically, we're supposed to be able to have broadcast mode on. Any music with copyright restrictions should not be played while you're streaming. Hopefully that stays true. Alright, I have not played. God, I played Gran Turismo 6 about 6 years ago was the last time I played this franchise, when I was living in the city. I have not played this one. This one came out a few years back. I woke up this morning with a strange craving to play a racing game. So I went digging to see what was something that had like a good career mode, and this one looked like it. 6 had a career mode, but it was mostly focused on like the online esports stuff, and this seems to have gone back to like the single player stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna play it for a few hours this morning. We've already played Elder Scrolls Online for about 3 hours, so we're in the second stream of the morning now. I went and had a short walk, came back, had breakfast, and I'm gonna try to get in a couple more hours before they kill the power, because we're anticipating that they're gonna kill the power again today. I need to tell my wife that we have an Amazon order coming today. 1 second. All right, we got some Amazon packages coming today because we got. I ordered some Play-Doh sets for our grandniece. There was Black Friday deals. Let me go check my Amazon really quick. Let's see, I got Lunes. Okay. All right. Should be good to go to start here. Used cars are sold here. Get your first car. Now, technically, I bought like the digital edition because it was on sale. So I know I've got a bunch of credits. I think a car already in the garage. But let's see. The game wants me to go check and buy my first car. So let's go to the used car. Just going to follow the tutorial here. Andy says, hey, you must be on your first trip out. My name's Andy, and I'm the owner of this dealership. Nice to meet you. See, this would be the perfect example of where I would find it acceptable to have a horrible AI doing voiceovers, as opposed to just text. Alright, here's Sarah. Could you give him advice of picking a first car? The PP. What is the PP? performance points and indicates how fast the car is. It's a numerical value that gives you an overall indicator, of a car's performance. Yeah, Johnny, I played the first one years ago, and then I played 6 on the PS4, but I've not played this one. I feel like I've played the first 3. Pretty sure I played the first 3, and then I didn't play 4 or 5, and then I played 6. And then this morning I was sitting here going, you know what? I really want to do a racing game. So I was like, let's go check. I played Forza like last year or the year before, so it was time to circle back around for some Gran Turismo. Start out with a compact car. Okay, so it wants me to choose any of these 3, he said. Now, technically, I can afford all of these because I have a boatload of credits. I can even afford the Lambo. We don't need to jump right into it because I'm assuming the first races are going to be for like low-level stuff. Front wheel. I think we'll buy the Mazda. Alright, stored in the garage. When you buy a car, you gain collector points in accordance with its price or value. The more collector points you have, the higher your collector level will be. This reflects your rank as a car collector, so buy lots of cars and raise your collector level. This will be your first car. Once you leave here, I recommend going to your garage and checking out your new car. Okay, so I'm assuming I can just leave here. And now it's going to send me to my garage. Garage is now open. Let's go to your garage. Yeah, these have always been really good race games, Johnny. This is the garage where you store your car collection. You can switch cars, change settings, or take time to admire your collection. Also turn in tickets you win here and receive bonus items. Head to the cafe next. Well, first, I know I got some goodies. Can you collect them all? Boop, 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 boop. So we have the Demio. We also have the Yaris. And not sure what else. Yeah, so I have the Yaris High Performance. And I have this. What is it still showing me? Oh, I see. Okay. And we can go into car settings. Okay. So if I wanted to put things comfort medium all those things. So if I wanted to change... I don't care about vehicles in real life, to be honest with you. Favorite vehicle I've ever owned was my Jeep Wrangler Sahara 2001 edition. So this is like a chill background thing where you can like show your car off as it drives through scenic locations around the world. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, said go to the cafe next. Cafe for car enthusiasts. People are waiting to meet you. I haven't even owned a vehicle since 2007. ¿Qué pasa, Luca? Menu books for exploring the world. The menu book contains hints and objectives for car collecting and racing. Once you complete a menu book, I can have another one ready for you. Let's start by choosing your first menu book. Gran Turismo Cafe Collection, Japanese compact cars. Oh, so this is about collecting, acquiring all three cars. Okay. Fit Hybrid Aqua S11. I like that image right there. That's a cool... That is a cool montage sequence right there. I could dig it. World Circuits is now open. Showcase is now open. Discover replays and photos. Nope, I don't need to go to the cafe. The cafe is pretty interesting. It's like even got chill music. All right, so it says I can compete, excuse me, at World Circuits to win some of the cars. I could also go buy them. I have the credits, but let's just see what we have here. So when it shows me that icon, I believe is what he said, is that those have the cars that I can win for the car collection thing I have. Yeah, so I could win this car. Okay. Gift car, 3rd place or higher. PP, no limit. 2 laps. Sure. Suggested PP 380. I don't know what car I have. Two laps. I'm gonna get my booty kicked. Oh, and I probably got to figure out how to go into like the different POVs and everything. Now I remember Gran Turismo 6 was a huge pain in the butt because they had like they were all sorts of perturbed about collisions and stuff because it was all the online racing stuff. Excuse me. Oh my god, this thing handles like absolute dog shit. I gotta do 2 laps. Somebody in a fucking Sprinter van is like leading the pack. That's awesome. He's like, I will deliver my packages on time, motherfuckers. Sorry. Not sorry. Does this thing not have a rear view mirror? It has a side mirror. I think it was F1 we played last year, and F1 has this thing where it like auto brakes your car for you. This definitely does not. Or at least it maybe it has assistance, but I'm not sure. I haven't really gone into the settings or tweaked too many things beyond just setting everything up to default beginner mode, which includes stupid AI so that I can actually win and feel like a champion. It's the only reason I'm here, baby. If I gave a shit about difficulty, I'd go get a racing wheel. I love how he went from like peaceful, tranquil menu music to like Meshuggah death metal in the actual race. I will win the race. No, I don't know how to drive. That's why I'm playing on beginner mode. I just said that. It's almost like you lack the comprehension to hear the words coming out of my mouth. TikTok is a cesspool this morning, guys. It's like the lowest hanging fruit of IQ are hanging out on TikTok. And the water says I can only drive in GT from the camera on the hood view. Yes, I will give about anything a shot. I like these games. I don't play them very often. I did play F1 last year. I've played the last 2 F1s on channel, and I played a couple of the Forzas on channel, but I don't think I've ever played Gran Turismo on the channel before. The last time I played was before I started doing this for work, which was the last game. I've mentioned this before in streams because the last game you had to go do all the online competitions, and like it was nuts. And Chris used to laugh at me because she's like, I'd get really into it, be yelling at the screen. She's like, I thought you were playing video games to relax. I'm like, I am relaxed. I'm having fun. Leave me alone. These fucking guys ran me off the course. Wait, did I click replay? I don't need to replay. Alright, so that was that. So that won that car. My brother's watching on TikTok. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Driving my dream car. Lord knows I don't have one in real life, Joey, so I have to get my kicks in an online game. Oh, this is one of the circuits. Alright. my little Toyota something. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what speed I need to take those corners at. I was checking out the options when I was loading in and setting up all the configuration. You can actually have the controller set up to where you can tilt to drive so that you don't even have to use like the thumbsticks. You can actually just like drive it like this, which I found to be fascinating. I don't know that I would ever attempt that. But it's interesting that they have all these different ways to play, even if you're just on like the normal controller. Now this track's music is like way more like elevator music, whereas the last one was like death metal. I still think the last race was funny though, with the Sprinter van delivery guy out in front. It's my Amazon guy bringing my package. Alright. I like all the games I play, generally speaking. It's pretty rare for me to come across a game that I don't like. And when I do, they go into the first impressions playlist, and I'll only play them one time. But if I like it enough to play it more than once on stream, it's a good sign that I've had fun playing the game. But just because I like a game doesn't mean that I only play that game. I play lots of games. My literal job description is variety streamer. I play many, many things. Okay. Matter of fact, we played Elder Scrolls Online for 3 hours today. Now we're playing this for a little bit. And if we have electricity this afternoon, I will come back and do something else this afternoon. Alright, how do I go and turn this collection in? Do we go back to the cafe? Okay. New discoveries. Okay. A pavilion has been made available. Luca has stories to tell me about the cars. Test yourself at the license center. New menu book required. So by listening to him talk, we got access to a new book. Visit the license center and see if you can earn the B1 license. You don't need to collect any cars for this menu. Instead, check out the license center. Earning licenses is a great way to improve your driving skills, especially if you're struggling. Hi, I'm struggling. Once you develop your skills, you can test yourself by going for gold in the challenges. Start off by earning a bronze prize or better in the first challenge for the National B license. Once you score a bronze or better, come back and see me. So essentially, this gives you a trajectory of like quests. Stella likes cars and visits the cafe. In other words, she's looking for somebody. So she's gonna tell me more about this car. I actually own one, but thank you. It does belong to me. So this is essentially going to be you're having conversations with legends of the Japanese car market for the people who are truly into like the car details. Okay, so that got me those two. Now it's got the pavilion. This is the license center. Work on driving techniques. What's up, Daniel? This song, I've got it in broadcast mode, so it's not supposed to be playing trademark music. I guarantee you this song's gonna get hit with a copyright ding. I may have to turn the music off completely for this game. Alright, welcome to the tutorial. This is where you learn all about driver assistance features. Uh-huh. I'm aware. See, this is interesting to me because I've already done a couple of races as part of like the beginning steps of the games, and you would think that this would have been the tutorial at the beginning of the game, not after you've already ran 2 races to go through like the beginning parts of the game. Doesn't matter because I'm using automatic, so. Yeah, this totally should have been at the very beginning of the game. You know what this game also had, which I didn't show on the stream? It had a mandatory, like, 10-minute long montage that I had to go through, where it was like showing the history of like Japanese car making and manufacturing, but it was like a mandatory, couldn't skip it. I just had to sit there and wait for it to go all the way through. And at the very beginning, the first thing they make you do is like this music rally thing where you have to run one of those races before you can even get past to that cutscene that you can't skip past. It was quite a bit of like before I could even get to the game. And I feel like this should be the first thing that you see for the new player experience. But maybe they're assuming that most people playing this aren't new players, but I would have this at the very beginning of the game. Not, we've been playing for 30 minutes on stream, and I probably played another 30 minutes off stream, getting it all set up to the point where I could even play this. Oh, I am over. Ooh, way over. This car has way more power than that other one I was playing. I was just assuming it was going to stick with the line, and it's like, nope, you actually need to slow it down a little bit. What's up, Shiny? Yes, I'm absolutely going to use the assistance stuff. As you get experience, you won't need to rely on these things as much. Try finding landmarks to tell you when to start braking, curbs, trees, signposts, or towers. It's true, very true, very true. Okay, that was... That's right. That's why I use the easy mode, so that you can drive like an idiot and still manage to salvage it. Off the line and stop inside the goal area. Keep going straight. Where is the designated area? Is it that right ahead, that white area? 50 meters? Dun, dun, dun. I know some of them, if I remember from previous entries, they get pretty difficult later on. Plus, if I remember correctly, if I remember from previous entries, I think that if it's not this game, maybe it's another game I'm thinking of, you actually have to qualify. You actually have to get the licenses to run the races. And so, like, you actually have to do these license requirements to be able to even get the licenses to go run the races in the first place. But it's been a long time. I don't remember if it's this series or a different series that I'm thinking of. Thanks for the super chat, Johnny. So now I think I can go back to the cafe. And turn in that, thank you, Luca, I appreciate it. I did meet all the other instructions. Nice. I have now earned the World Circuits track. And I got a new menu book for the European Classics Compacts. Let's start it, man. This will be the coolest thing to me is like, let's go get all the cars for now. A Volkswagen, Mini Cooper, and a Fiat. Alright, while that's doing that, let me go restart the other modem and see if that internet is back. Oh, you know what I need to do before I forget, guys? I gotta go stir my red sauce. I got red sauce cooking, and it smells delicious, but I need to go stir it. Alright, we are back. Got that. Okay, what do I want to work on next? I want to work on getting these cars. Man, there are a ton of races you can run here. This is crazy. This is the one I just unlocked. The Sunday Cup. I think we could just do the same car I'm in right now. Man, I would be terrified to accidentally damage one of these classic cars by ever wanting to drive these on an actual racetrack. Although I suppose when you're infinitely wealthy, those kind of things don't scare you like they do normal people. Oh, Jesus. Alright, all I gotta do is come in third or better to win the car, so let's not get greedy. I would imagine if I had infinite wealth, this is definitely a hobby I would probably get into, is like driving these little country circuits. There are quite a few actors actually who do this. It's like they get infinite money and they're like, I'm gonna go race cars in my spare time. Shiny says Brands is a beautiful course, ancient woodlands with lots of twists and turns in real life. Nice. That's a cool little bug. You know, the funniest thing to me is people around here still drive a lot of those. It's a hugely common car around here. In various states of repair. God, the musical transitions sometimes are just hilariously abrupt. Alright, that view is pretty awesome. The sun. Was that a VW van? Oh my god! Get that thing off the track. Oh, I may have gotten a little greedy there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no! Mild panic moment right there. I'll have to remember that that's there, because I almost curb stomped. Oh, no, shit. I apparently need to drive a little more aggressive here. I need third place if I want that car. That Gila Sprint is a cool looking car, man. And he's got my third place position. Excuse me when I edge you out here. Oh no! Somewhere up here was that curb check, which I almost ate the curb when I got here a minute ago. Right here. Oh! He fucking both hit it! He'll recover and get first. I don't care. As long as I get third, I get the car. It's alright. That's right. We had a little bit of an agricultural side trek just there. But we still got third. We got within the first 3 places, which means I won the car. That's the only thing I care about. It's getting the reward so I can complete the club book. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum. Okay. And finally we get to do